That is my priority right now. Actually, no, kill him off. If I could, I'd have punted this guy in the face, but we unfortunately did not have enough movement. Yeah, their damage is negligible. The divas just hit so hard. I love it. One of the prisoners informs the soldiers that the captured fortress was called Castle of Desires. A cunning Blabrazu tempter turned all the mortals that lived there into slaves in exchange for granting their deepest wishes. Of course, all his promises turned out to be lies and illusions. Okay. I feel like I'm going to have to go south. But we're going to actually just leave you there for now. Manage this boy. Hey, bro. Thank you for the hydrate posture down the stretch. Oh, I needed the stretch. Definitely. My back's killing. Citadel and Watchtower. Build the rest later. What's up, bitch? I'm alright, bitch. How you, bitch? Ooh, someone is in the road. Okay. I may be tired, but actually, who's fatigued and will unfatigue them? You good, bitch? Nice one, bitch. I don't know why we keep saying bitch, bitch. Well, I've never seen that happen to the map before.
Our path leads on.
A pony! Unexpected sound breaks the menacing, monotonous atmosphere of the Worldwound. Business-like chatter, the lazy nose opponents, the clatter of instruments, and rising above everything else, a rather expressive voice. A flying ship! How could you even think of proposing such a thing? Next, you'll tell me we should travel by portal or streak across the sky in a winged chariot. Don't you look at me like that. I know what you mean. This card has experienced things you wouldn't see in your worst nightmares. That it's time to retire and put the wheels up beside the fire. Axles creaking as it tells its grandchildren stories of its wild youth. That I can afford more reliable transport than this wreck. To this, I will say that great explorers and discoverers set out on their expeditions on foot. And they didn't complain about it, yet you can't even survive comfortable ground-based travel in an ordinary cart. And with that, the owner of the car, expressive voice, turns to you and nods if he didn't expect to see anyone else. Jubilist Narfropol, I'm just passing through. The name sounds vaguely familiar. Perhaps you've seen it on the cover of some book. Either way, you don't remember the details. Your name doesn't tell me much. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself, Mr. Narfropol? I'm inclined to pardon your ignorance. I imagine waging war against the abyssal invaders leaves little time for self-education. If so, allow me to introduce myself properly. Nothing, dude. We've just done a little bit of stuff. Really, not much at all. Then you, absorbed in her scribbling, raises her head at the mention of the name. Jubilus Narfropol, the author of Distillation of Magical Liquids in the Field. Yes, that's me. I take it I have the honor of speaking to a fellow scientist. With a fellow scientist and a successful rival, a future successful rival. I intend to take your place in the Department of College of Mysteries. On my way to Headmaster's seat, naturally. By the way, the blood of mythic demons cannot be distilled by your method, and neither can the slime of an ordinary carnivorous blob. Obviously not, Jubilist doesn't seem offended. On the contrary, he's looking at Nenya with growing interest. My distillation method was developed for distillations carried out on the material plane for liquids originating on the material plane. Demon blood does not meet these conditions. For extra planar liquids, I've developed a new method, described in my article, the first issue of National Academy in 4817. Got a whole century to go before 4817. Yes, of course, that's correct. But the article was scheduled for publication in advance, Jubilis says, but he sounds uncertain. To be fair, I do not require data on explanations for my encyclopedia. Therefore, demons in their blood as such do not interest me. But I have not yet finished the section on cult alchemists. The main focus of their work is potions based on demon blood. To support my thesis that the average cult alchemist lacks any real knowledge of the subject, I need to make a breakthrough in this field. An approach worthy of a true scientist. I wish I could linger to try and reconstruct my method from memory, but I don't have any time to spare. Jubilis sighs with obvious regret. So you're an encyclopedist, and at the same time a practitioner and a field researcher. That's right, I'm Nenio. I just need to clarify a couple of details. I'll figure the rest out on my own. Of course, I'd be happy to be of assistance. Even if nothing comes of it, we can continue this discussion by corresponding. Is this some sort of scientific flirtation or what? It's certainly possible. Let's return to the issue at hand. To what degree should I saturate the blood with the stem during distillation? My previous attempt resulted in an explosion, which suggests the durability of the standard distillation apparatus is not without limit. To what degree? Saturate. What? Jubilis' expression changed drastically. You're using direct distillation? I am. Dry steam distillation is not a viable option. What absolutely, utterly inconceivable nonsense. In my second article in National Alchemy, I proved beyond the shadow of a doubt that a direct distillation is not suitable for magical liquids, and only a properly isolated steam coil would allow us to consider this distillation process effective. Jubilis glares at Nenio. In this section of my encyclopedia detailing the use of distillation apparatuses, I completely unravel every argument of your work on the benefits of dry stem distillation. Ha! Jubilis folds his arms in indignation. I hate when they use the same word. In indignation. Then his expression shifts to boredom. So you're interested in distillation, dear colleague. Excellent. Then subscribe to the National Alchemy and wait for my article until my article reaches these parts. I'm afraid I'm in a rush and cannot offer you any advice on the subject. So where did we leave off, Commander? You just happen to be passing through so deep in the Worldwound? What's bothering you? Of course, I didn't mean to say this happened by accident. Passing through simply means I did not intend to conduct extensive research or educational work here. Just make a few observations here and there. That doesn't sound in the slight bit suspicious. The corner of Rigel's mouth twitches up slightly, which would likely represent a grin. His gaze immediately fixes on Rigel. Ah, paralytic derange, I presume. Over your many years of service, I've sent no fewer than 5 requests for an interview or a comment on certain events of the Independence. You've denied every one of them. What a pity. Finish carrying the keyboard, but it's a bitch, and sometimes it says random numbers whenever you type. Oof. I know what you mean, that sucks. I'm no longer a paralictor, and there has been 4 requests from you. Rigel corrects him mechanically. Furthermore, I have no intention of cooperating with an individual like you under any circumstances. Some of your stunts, especially those related to the so-called freedom of speech, border on incitement. And why, pray tell, does a representative of the Hell Knights dislike freedom of speech? Your organization claims to be the absolute bastion of law and order. I'm sure you've nothing to fear, as a free press could hardly besmirch those who have no sins and no machinations on their conscience. Jubilis' voice drips with sarcasm. Rigel pauses, his pale yellow eyes boring into Jubilis. Then he shrugs. I see. After 4 denials, you decided to change tactics and use this crude method to get me to comment on the Order's activities. I must disappoint you a 5th time by not saying another word. What's wrong with your cart? Oh, I suppose I should have led with this. Sadly, my card is stuck, and my assistant Jubilis cast a peevish look over the 3 gnomes shuffling awkwardly nearby. As it turns out, I'm completely incapable of applying the most simple practical skills and fixing this blasted wagon. I would appreciate your help, Commander. All you need to do is attach the wheel, clear the road, and claim the poor ponies. Calm the ponies. The Worldwound causes them great stress. How do you know I'm the Commander? I haven't introduced myself. He adjusts his glasses. Obviously, it's about my acumen. Surely you didn't expect a renowned scientist to be so ignorant as not to recognize the most significant historical figure of this region and era? You're asking me to fix your cart. Me, the commander of the 5th Crusade and wielder of mythical power. Why not? Perhaps your mythical power allows you to snap your fingers and make the card a new card materialize. If not, I would be grateful if you could fix this one. Darian shakes his head disapprovingly. Your matter of conversing is audaciously arrogant. It's appealing. I mean appalling. Jubilis narrows his eyes. I don't recall you introducing yourself, young man. Count Darian Aranjay. At your service, Mr. Narthropple. Oddly enough, I've read about you. In a news item on high society scandals, I stumbled upon it on the cabin of Applesome Ferry when I had nothing else to do to which occupy myself. I'm famous, even in Applesome. Darian smiles with delight. Infamous, perhaps. Not the sort of fame to be proud of, young man. Anyone can consume too many Numerian potions and throw a wild party in the roof of a cathedral, but it's better to strive to gain renown through intelligence and hard work. I'll see what I can do. This is wonderful. And don't think me an ungrateful lout. I'm sure to mention your generosity in the article I write about this encounter. I'm going to take some notes, and you can get started on the repairs, Commander. If not, you're going to have to buy a new keyboard. Try unplugging and replugging the keyboard in, dude. That typically... If it's just a basic issue, that should help. Fix the wheel. After 10 minutes of work and a little bit of ingenuity, the wheel slides back into place, none worse the wear. A thought just occurred to me, Commander, says Jubilus, who barely pays attention to your attempts to repair the car. What do you think of your place in history? You're immortal who acquired the powers of an angel of heaven. Do you feel this is where you belong? Perhaps my fate has been far from ordinary, but I'm satisfied with the path I've chosen, the person I've become. And are those forced to follow you happy? Those who depend on you, Jubilus adjusts his glasses. Or are you one of those people who goes ahead without bothering to ask opinions of others? Then again, who am I to lecture one of the greatest figures of our time? Be on your way, and Desna will aid you. I'll just stand here on the side of the road and take some notes. Do you revere Desna too? You must have traveled far and seen much. The goddess smiles upon wanderers. Our sister Desna. And of an unusual kind. Jubilus looks at Irishay with curiosity. Yes, I've been to many places, and I have hope to visit many more. Still there? That's a shame. I don't know what to say, man. But I'm surprised at your admiration. Golarion truly overshadowed the wonders of extraplanar travel for you. In the past, I did not travel. I hunted. I saw no wonders. I did not understand the delight of walking the road, seeing new places, or making new acquaintances. You have surely seen more than I have, because I could not see. My eyes were closed. Then I wish you keep them open and see all you can wish to see. It's worth it to spend a lifetime traveling, or even more than one. Calm the ponies. Given that it was Nenio doing it, I expected to fail. The ponies' eyes seem oddly intelligent. You get the uneasy feeling that the ponies are playing along with your attempts to calm them, chuckling to themselves. Still, they obediently stand where they're supposed to and pull to the car. Hey, Mr. Narthropple, did you fall asleep or something? I haven't heard any snide comments or philosophical rants for a good 6 minutes now. Something is clearly amiss. What was that? An attempt to practice your wit at my expense? Not bad for an amateur. Wit is a useful quality. Sadly, it's not always accompanied by the intelligence to assess whom you can safely mock and whom you should leave alone. Wait, did you spill a drink on it? I did not realize you said it was damp. Whoops. Somebody help. I can't handle him alone. Ask him why he allows himself to make such harsh remarks about all and sundry. Wait for his answer, and it'll probably be something like, I'm just being honest, then smile sarcastically. Great, and if you could explain how I'm supposed to smile sarcastically with a smug mug like this, I can barely smile, period. Lance winters and a grimace appears on half his face. Young man, you should channel this energy into more useful directions. That said, you already fight under the commander's leadership. That somewhat changes my opinion of you and your clumsy jabs at me. I'm almost willing to accept you up as a pair of pompous juveniles. Let's clear the way for the car. Your efforts are not in vain. The pile of junk blocking the path has been swept aside. That's it. I did what I could. What? Oh, yes. Well, I suppose I should be on my way. How unfortunate. I haven't satisfied my curiosity. But what can you do? Time waits for no one. I have a feeling there's something you're not telling me, Mr. Narthropple. There are some strange little slips in your speech and demeanor. Jubilus pauses. I must admit, acting is not one of my talents. I was hoping to casually run into you in a complete naturally way and then ask a few questions, but it is tricky to appear natural when this chance encounter takes place in the middle of the Worldwound and you have come from the future. Jubilus pauses again for dramatic effect. Yes, exactly what I said. Some of my friends, many in number, but acting as one, could do the most curious things at a time. I humbly asked them for an opportunity to meet the legendary commander of the 5th Crusade in person. I desperately wanted to take a few notes on such a fateful figure in Golarion history for my article on the Age of Lost Omens. You're not angry about this small masquerade, and even if you are angry, I'm still satisfied. Best of luck to you. I hope you come by these parts again. My apologies, but 1,000 more discoveries await me, and I can't stay in any one place for too long. But I'm glad to have met you. This conversation proved me with much food for thought. Farewell, Commander. Having already turned to his coat, Jupiter suddenly slaps himself on the forehead. I almost forgot. I was asked to give you this. You have to go. Have fun. Have fun, dude. Oh, by that I mean have a good sleep, I would say. Did you just give me a fucking golden toad? If he get... No, where's the golden toad? I know he gave me a golden goddamn toad. God damn it. I never know what to do with that golden toad. Yoink. So, Mr. Jubilis Narthropple. What a dick. Okay, where's the exit to this map? Don't you dare say that I'm okay, the exit's there, but there's something down here? No.
To defeat an enemy, you must either break their body or crush their spirit. You must decide which is weaker.
Get the toad. I don't want the toad, though. Okay, we've got a chance at one last good rest.
I noticed a small gap in your guard. When you strike to the side, you leave your shoulder open for a counter strike.
Really? I never noticed. Get yourself a practice stick and show me.
Okay, army. What do I want you to do? I would like that fort, but we all know that's not going to happen. Okay, more divas. Still 1 more night until that's done. Security training, get it done. Well, you know what? Focus on the Bladesmith's workshop for now.
Let us press on.
This is well, this house better be big or this is going to be an easy fucking fight. The Bladesmith has put his anvil under a spell of enchantment score, so that touching it grants a person protection from the heat, something that could offer experience within this fort. Tag on the skull reads Specimen 899, Paladia Haydum. Tags on the skulls are so ancient that inscriptions on them are totally legible. Tag on the skull reads Specimen 820, Girard Odin. Tag on the skull reads Specimen 367, Finian Dismar. Would you look at that? The failed specimen returns to its maker. Place him on the workbench, Commander. I will examine him and see what can be done with him. No, it's impossible. It's a mistake, Finian laughs. Is this a joke? A prank? You put a tag... you all put a tag on with me on my name, some skull, and... yeah, that's a good one. He burst into a mad, desperate laughter. It's exactly why I only leave them mind on a level that is sufficient for carrying out their orders, to avoid shameful hysterics. There's no prank, 367. That skull is an anchor that stops your soul from departing from a Galarian. You've long been dead, remember? Finian crackling turns to strained howls. Finian, snap out of it. Weapon or not, you're still you. Finn does not hear you, deafened as he is by his despair. Who would have thought the memories could cling to a mind for such a long time? I wanted to forge a perfect sentient weapon that could change form at its own command. I found a spiritualist tied to a phantom blade, and this is what came of it. A pitiful mad creature, no blood rage, no icy wrath, but I will finish my work. Will you give him to me? Or must I take him by force? I want to ask you a few questions first. Ask, but keep in mind, I'm a busy man. All these skulls on the shelves are failed specimens. Oh, and keep failed trash around. All these skulls are tied to sentient blades that still serve their masters, as far as I know. Otherwise, the skulls would be crumbled to dust. What are you crafting these weapons for? Who are your masters? I serve the great craft of the weaponsmith. I serve the furnace and the bellows, the anvil and the crucible. I am the bladesmith, and I have no need for other titles. The demon overlords value me and my weapons, and I do accept orders from them at times, but I have no master. This is extremely curious. According to my initial hypothesis, the main reason that they attracts mortals to the path of cultists and their catastrophically low is their catastrophically low level of intelligence. But time and again, in addition to low-level intelligence folks, we keep meeting people of science and craftsmanship, true experts in their disciplines. What could explain such a stark contrast? I found Finney in Kenabres. Did you misplace him or discard him? I sent him with my apprentice for field testing. Unfortunately, the group never came back. Some crusader must have taken it and sold it, and yet the specimens returned to me, as it was supposed to. Why make a weapon sentient? Why go to such lengths? Not just sentient, a sentient weapon that can take whatever shape its owner wills. Even Velexia of Alushinra could not reach that heights. This is my triumph over her, and a triumph of weaponsmithing. A triumph? You've broken every law dictated by the world and conscious. You have enslaved my soul. Brainless fool, I give you the highest reward. I made you immortal. When my years catch up with me, I will subject myself to the same ritual, and I will live forever. I've heard enough of this. I actually don't know what we would do. If we were to load the game, we would load the autosave, so that's okay. So, I'm going to say he can take Finian, and I want to see if that's the bad option. Because I don't want to do bad, but you're not fine, you can take Finian. Wait, please, if you have any respect for me, for what I was, free me. Please, break my skull and let me go. If I'm not a human anymore, then I shouldn't exist. You're right, Finian. You've been through enough and you deserve peace. If stops you with an imperious gesture, it's not for him to decide, not for you. I am his maker, I am his master, I decide where his soul is to remain. Blue light drifts up from the shard of the skull. Slowly it takes the form of a human figure. You see before you a tall, square-shouldered man. Phew, it's such a relief. No one has been put right, Commander. The way it should be. I don't know how to thank you, but let me stay within this weapon. My resolve will help you. It will always be with you. Thank you and farewell. It's been a thrilling adventure. You think you can ruin my creation with impunity and leave here alive? I mean, yeah.
It's either us or them.
So, apparently Nenio can't use weapons. Ah, it's because it's not her turn. But Finian turned into a longsword. Shit. Okay,
You won't survive me.
get a bit of a bless going. Arushale, would you mind?
Make your peace.
Oh wow, they're hard to hit. There we go. Finally something hard to hit.
Press the attack! Retreat is not an option.
Samael, you know what to do. Lan?
Endure this.
Yeah, that full play is gonna suck. And it hits hard as well. Color me surprised, to be honest.
Hold on, just a little more.
I love mass heal. Such a fucking good spell. Arushale, my dear, would you please get rid of him? Oh, that's such a good spell. Oh yeah, Shadow Demon shows up, doesn't it? Ah, that sword there. Okay, apparently you can't... Yeah, apparently he can't actually hit that sword.
Do not hold back.
Apparently I only got one attack, which is a little bit rude in my opinion. Okay, I think Samael's gonna go down.
I shall not falter.
Or not. Apparently he gets to go twice, so... No, he doesn't. There we go. See, I didn't think he would. Arushale. Beautiful. Please get rid of him. Oh, we'll ask Nenio to get rid of him. Yeah. Hitting these armors is so hard.
Attack! We shall overcome.
You've crossed the wrong mountain.
I think the worst part is we still got the arrows to kill, the bows to kill. The armor's got a lot of health. Also, we haven't really buffed this fight. That's something I should remember.
Retreat is not an option.
Do not hold back.
Okay, you never know. Up close might actually be able to, you know, do more damage.
I refuse to surrender.
Yeah, the heal spell is so broken.
Make your peace.
Strike as one.
It's a shame Finian put himself in a fucking sword. Oh, wow. That's... 1 minute. Is that some brand new armor that I may be able to wear? That may be better? Oh my god, that's just straight up full plate 5. Fuck me. That's... It looks amazing. And it would actually give me 3 more AC, but it's not worth it. It's just not. I don't know what else we picked up, because... oh yeah, we picked up that as well. Which everyone's already wearing, so cool. Picked up a rapier, +3. I just realized we do not have a weapon for her anymore, so she's just going to have to be a weaponless caster. Poor Finian. Yeah, we don't want to leave any of the skulls. We don't want anyone to suffer through that. The Bladesmith's a dick. And if I was evil, I would have totally took him up on that. Oh, wow. We can't open that. Like, at all. Let's level up. So, level 18. I don't know why I'm leveling this skill up. I suck at it. Yeah, I'm not even good at religion. Like, the skills I'm good at, like... I'm there's no point in me being good at them because everyone else is better. Let's get Mercy blinded. That's it. Wow, that was a shit level up for me. He's already max level thing, so may as well let's keep leveling up his armature.